Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are ready for a good day today. Um, as most of you know, I lived in Nashville for over 22 years, and my beloved home place has been attacked in the most bizarre way. Uh, Very, very strange situation there. I mean, normally, if somebody wants to blow up a building, they don't put a recording in a vehicle stating that a bomb is going to go off. I mean, that is so bizarre, but good in a way because many lives were saved. Uh, we just have to see what transpires, but it is the most bizarre thing that I have ever seen and that a lot of people have ever seen. Um, Nashville is in my heart forever. I loved living there so much. I miss it so much. But my family was more important to me, obviously, to be near them. But, we had such good times in Nashville. My husband and I, we went there in 1996. Um, was it 96 we moved there? Yeah, 96 we moved there. I had gone for an uh, audition for a TV show a couple of months before then, or year. I don't exactly remember the timing, but I had sent in a tape to the Charlie Daniels Talent Roundup, which at the time was a talent show on the Nashville Network. And my dad helped us get there with money and a rental car, and I did my audition, and we just fell in love with the area. We were living in Dallas at the time, and Dallas was not a good experience for me particularly. So I really did not want to live there for a long time. I was ready to leave. So, and the difference between Dallas and Nashville was like night and day. Nashville was so clean, people were so sweet. And so after the audition, I was supposed to go on the show, but unfortunately it got canceled. But it did not deter us from deciding to move to Nashville because it was such a good change for us. We wanted a more pleasant place to live, and it was the greatest decision we ever made. I mean, we stayed there for over 20 years. So, and my husband and I had already started a country music blog on what then was called bulletin boards. We didn't really have the internet then as we know it today. So I had a country music magazine where I did reviews of CDs, and I called it Country Views. All right. And then when we moved to Nashville, we actually met a publicist who assisted us in getting into events to cover for the magazine. So at the time, we were meeting upcoming new artists. We were doing interviews with them. Our magazine was doing great. We were the very first internet country music magazine, by the way. Very first, before Gaylord came along and kind of ruined it for us when they came up with their big website. But for a while there, we were doing really well. We went to a lot of shows. That's where I met Martina McBride several times. I love her. She's so sweet. We met so many artists: John Barry, Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood, Pam Tillis. Um, We had gone to a skeet shoot in Nashville, and that's where I met my idol Reba for 5 seconds. She was walking by, I asked for a photo, and we took the photo. And I had so many photos of all of those wonderful opportunities. But after Dave passed away, the landlord bullied me into leaving my apartment with just myself and my car and my pets. So I was forced to leave 99% of my stuff in that apartment. Um, had I been in better mental state, I would have realized he couldn't do that to me. He'd have to take me to court and everything. But I was so traumatized that I just accepted it and got in the car and headed to Nashville. I was living in Sevierville at the time. So all of those memories, unfortunately, were left behind. Um, I've got one photo album that I saved, and it's got some pictures of Kenny Rogers and Dolly during the Fan Fest thing one year. But yeah, it was a wonderful time. We were on Second Avenue all the time. The Wild Horse Saloon, I don't even know if it's still there. I mean, it's been so long since I've been, you know. The last time I went, actually, it wasn't too long before I left. I actually went down to downtown and I went on to Third Avenue and I went into the Patsy Cline Museum, which I absolutely loved. And I just kind of did a goodbye trip, which was very, very emotional because so many good years there. And then yesterday, I find out that there's been an attack on Second Avenue, and it's sad and it's emotional. I'm just grateful that apparently nobody died. So there's a little bit of rumors that there were some human remains. I don't know. I have to listen to the latest press conference, but I need to get out and get some money into the bank. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say prayers for Nashville. I'll always consider it my home. Um, it was just a wonderful time there. We lived in Hermitage, which was very, very close to the city of Nashville. Nashville is only like 10 minutes away. Then we moved into Murfreesboro, which was further away from Nashville, but only about 30 minutes. And then we moved over to East Tennessee and where I worked at Dollywood, and that was a good time, except for the health care, which is why my husband lost his life because the health care sucked, to be blunt. So, yeah, and I went back to Nashville, and I felt so happy to be close to Keith. I'm a huge Keith Urban fan, and it was just so cool to be able to drive by his estate, where they all lived. It was a gated community, and it was just a thrilling thing to do to be able to go past the community once in a while. And I don't have that connection to Keith anymore like I did, but that's okay. So, yeah, the the homes in Nashville of the celebrities were amazing, just amazing. And I actually did go on a home tour one time uh, in a bus. A bus line was doing the home tours, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. So anyway, let's pray for Nashville, please, and thank God nobody was seriously hurt. Y'all have a good day. Bye.